Picture this. You wake up one morning, grab your keys, head out to your car, and drive to work just like you do every single day. Nothing feels different. The road looks the same, the signs look the same, but somewhere along that drive, you broke a law you did not even know existed. And now you are looking at a fine, a suspended license, or worse. This is not a hypothetical story. This is happening to real drivers all across the United States right now in April 2026. And if you have not heard about these new laws yet, you are already behind. Welcome back to DriveAuthority USA, the channel that keeps you informed, keeps you legal, and keeps you safe on every road in America. If you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because we cover everything you need to know as a driver in the United States. Today we are talking about something that is affecting millions of drivers this month. New driving laws that just went into effect across multiple states, and the shocking part is that most drivers have absolutely no idea these laws even exist. So stay with us until the very end, because every single section of this video could save you hundreds of dollars and a whole lot of legal trouble. Let us start with what is arguably the biggest change hitting drivers this April, and that is the expansion of hands-free driving laws. Several states, including Georgia, Texas, and Ohio, have either introduced or significantly strengthened their hands-free legislation in 2026. What this means for you is simple. Holding your phone while driving is no longer just frowned upon, it is a primary offense, meaning an officer can pull you over for that reason alone without needing any other justification. In some of these states, the fines for a first offense have jumped to as high as $250, and repeat offenders are looking at fines that exceed $500 along with points on their license. The law does not care if you were just checking a notification for 2 seconds. The moment that phone is in your hand while the vehicle is in motion, you are in violation. Bluetooth, dashboard mounts, and voice commands are your best friends right now. Make the switch before the switch costs you. Next up is something that is catching a massive number of drivers completely off guard, and that is the new speed camera legislation rolling out in cities like Chicago, New York, and Los Angeles. Speed cameras are nothing new, but what is new in 2026 is the expanded zones where these cameras are now operating. School zones, hospital zones, construction corridors, and even certain residential neighborhoods are now equipped with automated speed enforcement systems that do not need a police officer to be present. The camera captures your plate, calculates your speed, and a ticket gets mailed directly to your home. You will not even know you got caught until the envelope shows up. In Illinois specifically, the threshold for triggering a ticket in a school zone has been lowered, meaning even going 6 miles per hour over the posted limit can result in a fine. These are not warnings. These are real tickets with real consequences attached to your driving record. Now let us talk about electric vehicles, because the rules of the road are changing significantly for EV drivers and honestly for everyone sharing the road with them. Several states have rolled out new regulations regarding EV lane usage, charging station etiquette, and even noise ordinances. In California, new rules now require electric and hybrid vehicle owners to follow specific protocols when operating in low-speed zones near pedestrian areas, largely because these vehicles are nearly silent and have been involved in an increasing number of pedestrian incidents. Additionally, ICE vehicles, meaning traditional gas-powered cars, parking in designated EV charging spots is now a finable offense in more than 30 states, with some cities imposing fines of up to $150 per violation. If you have been casually pulling into those spots because they were open and convenient, those days need to come to an end immediately. Let us also address the updated DUI and impairment laws, because they have expanded in ways that surprise many people. The conversation around impaired driving is no longer limited to alcohol. In 2026, law enforcement in states like Colorado, Washington, and Michigan have significantly increased their enforcement of drug-impaired driving, particularly cannabis. Even in states where marijuana is fully legal, driving under its influence is a criminal offense. What makes the new laws more aggressive is the updated roadside testing equipment being deployed. Officers now have access to saliva-based testing kits that can detect recent cannabis use at traffic stops. If you consumed cannabis hours before getting behind the wheel and assumed you were fine, the law may see things very differently. Impairment is impairment regardless of the substance, and law enforcement is now better equipped than ever to prove it on the spot. Moving on to something that affects drivers in nearly every state, and that is the crackdown on tailgating and aggressive driving behaviors. What was once loosely enforced is now being prioritized by traffic divisions across the country. Dash cam footage, Highway surveillance cameras and even reports from other drivers submitted through official apps in certain states are being used to ticket drivers for following too closely, unsafe lane changes, and aggressive acceleration patterns. In Florida and Arizona, aggressive driving charges can now fast-track a driver toward mandatory defensive driving courses, increased insurance premiums, and in extreme cases, license suspension after a single documented incident. The days of treating the highway like a racetrack because you assume no one is watching are officially over. There is also a significant update regarding school bus laws that parents, commuters, and really every driver on the road needs to hear. Multiple states have passed legislation in late 2025 and early 2026 that expanded the Stop Arm camera program on school buses. These cameras automatically photograph any vehicle that passes a school bus while its stop arm is extended and its lights are flashing. The fines associated with these violations have increased dramatically, with some states imposing penalties as high as $400 for a first offense and potential criminal misdemeanor charges for repeat violations. Children's safety is at the center of this legislation, and enforcement agencies are taking violations with a level of seriousness that they have never applied before. Finally, let us talk about insurance verification technology because it is changing the landscape of what happens the moment you are pulled over or involved in an accident. Real-time insurance verification systems are now being integrated into law enforcement databases in over 20 states. What this means is that when an officer runs your plate, they can instantly see whether your vehicle is currently insured without you needing to hand over a card. The upside is convenience. The downside is that there is nowhere to hide if your coverage has lapsed. Driving uninsured is already illegal everywhere, but with this technology, the chances of getting caught have increased significantly. If you have been meaning to sort out your insurance situation, April 2026 is the moment to stop putting it off. That is a wrap on today's breakdown here at DriveAuthority USA. The roads are changing, the laws are evolving, and the enforcement is getting smarter and more aggressive every single month. The best thing you can do as a driver is stay informed, stay current, and never assume that what was acceptable last year is still acceptable today. If this video helped you, do us a favor and share it with someone you know who drives, because this information could genuinely protect them from a fine, a legal issue, or something far more serious. Drop a comment below and let us know which of these new laws shocked you the most. We read every single one, and if you are not already subscribed to DriveAuthority USA, now is the time. New videos go up regularly covering everything that matters to drivers across this country. Stay safe out there, stay legal, and we will see you in the next one.